Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Hello, Johnny B here for the 239 Hockey League. Welcome, Axolotl in the chat. Yeah, we got some Axolotls in the chat. We got some Axolotl fans. 4 games tonight. I'm going to be back and forth most of the night, but we do have a good one here. The first 4 games of the Axolotl Walrussy series. Walrussy, of course, the team with the first round bye. Axolotl, the team that won in the first round, 4 games to 1 to get here. Obviously, Walrussy going to be the favorite here. In the other series, we have the Chuds. That's correct, my guy. The Chuds are up 3-0 over Popping Bottles. That series will conclude on Thursday night, as will this one, unless there's a sweep tonight. If there is no sweep, and I don't think there will be, both series will be playing on Thursday night. No games tomorrow. I'm just gonna kind of chill, have the night off, just hang out. That's right, wintertime, the water animal team battle. Axolotl versus Walrussy, battle of 2 aquatic animals. Axolotls are cool. My brother-in-law had one. He had a couple, actually. They look like pretty cool little animals. Not gonna lie. All right, big play in there. Big save by Sweeney. That's right, Sweeney tonight. In net for the boys. Axolotl in the white jerseys. Walrussy in the green. Here comes Walrussy now from the point. John, oh, big turnover. Here comes Scary Terry. That's going to be the key to the game here. You know, Scary Terry and HVET, how they're going to perform together. Looks like Scary Terry, Dom, and HVET up there. Machine and NPL Pens fan on defense. And then, of course, Sweeney in net for the Axolotls. Yeah, it'll be Sweeney taking on, I believe that it's going to be Google's in net. Google's in net tonight for the Walrussies. For Walrussy, it looks like Sports X, Sando Sparks, Gandalf Noodles, JC Enterprise, and K-Max on defense, and then Google's in net. For Axolotl, it'll be Scary Terry on left wing, HVET at center, Dom Silva at right wing, Cool Steve and Pens fan on defense, and then Sweeney in net. Kind of a combination here with, with Axolotl has got some deadly weapons though. Really impressed by Cool Steve this season, but most importantly, that duo of Scary Terry and HVET. Absolutely dominant. On the other side of things, Gandalf Noodles should handle the brunt of the scoring for Walrussy, with JC Enterprise interchanged with Choco Brown this week on defense, and K-Max, as well as Google's, who is having a tremendous season as well. Wintertime, did we get our hands? No. I couldn't get the file format to work. It wasn't activating on my Stream Deck. I had everything downloaded, had everything set up to go. It just wouldn't take. It's a technical thing, and I couldn't quite figure it out. It just wasn't recognizing the file. So I don't know. Walrussy has a 5 blaster. I know they sounded good. It wasn't loading up to my Stream Deck. I don't know why. Usually the error message that I was getting means it's just like some kind of file incompatibility.
He's not wrong. My phone has been blown up.
All right, Sweeney gonna get a highlight here, but not before a face-off. All right. Google's how to be a goaltender. Can you imagine? What buttons do I press to save the puck? Google's with a prime sub. Thank you for the prime. See, we talked about him goaltending, and he subs. Yes, thank you so much, Googles. Appreciate you, buddy. Right now, no score between Axolotls and Gups.
Hello, how are you doing? I saw you followed me, so hi, thank you for the follow, before I was even live, and I was like, hello? Oh, no, you're fine. I was actually trying to, raid, and then I hit a wrong button. That was totally my bad. Because I was getting off of stream, so I was trying to find, yeah, a person to raid before I got off. I don't know, I hit a wave button or something, so it's totally my bad.
All right, here we go. No score yet. 16 minutes left in the game. In the second period here, no score.
So I was trying to find someone else.
And we got our.
I'd love to hear. I have no. I played like. Very early on. We have a buggy, but we only have the ant one, so we have a minute past that. Nowhere close to being able to fight full spiders. Every time there's a
All right, here we go. Looks like we have the goal here. It's going to be 1-0 in the second period. It's going to be, yes, 1-0 for the boys. It's going to be 1-0. Walrussy with the lead here. In the second period, about almost halfway. Oh, shot on goal. Scores.
I was at the picnic table, and then as they're attacking me, a wood spider just comes out of nowhere, and also starts attacking me, and then I obviously had people. So that's where we ended that fight, because I was like, enraged. I was like, why did that happen? Like, why are the grounded gods so against me? Because what do you mean a wood spider knocks it?
Oh, shot on goal. Nice tip there by the gizzard. Big shot on goal. Scary Terry with the tip.
I know. I'm nowhere near being able to do that. I'm like okay at fighting. I'm smart and I'm like perfect dance and everything. But it's happening. I think it's just here. I'm gonna go get my backpack.
All right, here comes the puck now, and we got Yurov chasing it. Swoop beats out the. He's got icing now.
Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off.
All right, here we go now. Face off in the Walrussy zone. They're up 2-0, and it's going to be down in the zone.
That's right. Safe Light is going to be for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want at no additional cost. The free mobile service. Go to safelight.com.
I've gotten so many things, so many spicy and minty parts.
Like you're talking my love language.
I've been taking word classes online.
Ready?
Only pay for what you need.
Ooh, perfect back.
The Whopper has never tasted better. Over a quarter pound of flame roll beef. Crisp produce.
All right, big face off coming up. Sorry about that. I'm a little occupied right now. Sorry about that, guys. 2-0 Walrussy. Late in the second. I do got to let my dog out in about 5 minutes.
We know that the right undercar solutions can stop safety issues before they start. Go further with complete repairs and grow your business. From brakes to suspension and chassis parts. Keep undercar under control.
It's a miracle. New hand-free Skechers slip-in sandals. Light, comfy sandals you never have to touch or bend down to put on. The exclusive heel strap guides your foot into place. Then the special heel pillow keeps your foot.
All right, here comes Dom Silva, who is providing the stream. Dom is providing the stream, and he's also playing this lovely game. He's playing the right wing here for the Axolotl.
Yes, I have had so many wonderful people from the grounded community come in and have given me a lot of tips. Again, still
All right, here comes Dom. Over to Machine. Back to the point. Can't quite grasp it.
hello.
All right, play of the period coming up. It's going to be Sports X. Spectacular go highlight. Let's check it out.
Like I can fight them and win every time. Not every time.
Shot on goal from the 1T. That was a beautiful setup, by the way. Sports X, finish it off. Sports X, finish it off, but it was a nice setup there for sure. There's Scary Terry with the, gobble gobble. He just got crushed.
Another one. Now I'm feeling
It does not get much bigger. At Talladega.
oh my god, my buggy is getting destroyed by him.
And his last woman standing, Soul Zarya. These women fighting into the NXT universe, and right now, both women starting to teeter. And Zarya now.
Oh,
This is gonna end Soul Booker.
my buggy did not make that happen. I did fine.
All right, here we go. Third pair coming up. 10 to 9 are the shots on goal in favor of the Walrus.
That's weird. But yeah, again, I'm sorry about that. That was fully my bad. And then I kind of panicked because I was like, I don't know. And I just got off. But thank you guys for it today. I enjoy watching other people play grounded. And I'm like, it's difficult to imagine getting someone like watching some of these people have the most insane builds. They haven't built.
All right, here comes Sports X now. Hughes with the puck. Back to Yurov.
There's a snake somewhere.
Big, nice puck control there.
I didn't even know that was an option. It just kept being like popping it up, and I was just gonna say something in text, and I was like,
Nice goal there. Big goal. The Axolotls. It's going to be 2-1. Third period early on. Still 16:46 left in the third. And it's dumb.
Hey, I don't know what I'm doing, so one of these days.
Good vibes, good fun. Always wants to make everybody happy. As the referee now up to 7. Finally, this game went to an end in 8.
We also probably
Zaria pulled herself up, just broke the count. And we see
In the thud goes the chud.
being entered into this matchup. And once again, it's important to note everything Soul looked up for a moment. Not necessarily for whatever she was, it just cost her a lot of time.
All right, here comes shot on goal. Big save there. And there's Scary Terry he's looking to bury one. It's going to have to be, you know, going to be one of the boys here. One of the Scary Terry HVAC combo is going to have to score this game tying goal. Got to let the big boys, got to let the big dog eat, man. Big dog eat. He'll be back. He'll be right back. He'll be back soon. All right, I got to let my dog out. Be right back.
Soul was a double champion last year.
All right, here we go. We got supposed to be 44 degrees for our game tomorrow. Is that good for you guys or no? All right, big goal here. We got a 2-2 tie here late in the game, so we prefer under 40 degrees. Okay. Yeah, I guess you don't want to be out in warmer weather.
Called on leave. No, I didn't.
All right, here comes the boys now. It's 2-2 now late in the game.
National Desk, a network of nearly 4,000 local journalists cover America's news now.
1 second. Yep, probably after this game. All right, here comes HVET for Axolotl. I mean, it's a close game. Close game here, and here comes Yurov. Big save. Oh, shot on goal. Oh, I thought there was going to be a big rebound there. 10 seconds ago. They're going to dump this. Going to be an icing call, and they no. Icing, it's power play. Well, icing's waved off. Here comes Sports X. One last chance. Oh, boy. Overtime. So 4 games plus overtime. All of them. Wait, what? All of them.
That's it. How many seasons do you called on the last?
Oh, all of them. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He asked that before. I was like, wait, what's he?
What are we watching?
Cover yourself. Now, this way. Let's move. Squad's headed to the east stairwell, team. Water carriers go up and turn.
You know, Wemby enters concussion protocol.
Who does?
Wemby.
Who's that?
Wembenyama. Rachel Wembenyama.
Basketball guy?
Really, really tall dude.
Oh.
The Spurs. He's like super tall.
Book dish tall.
Look at the ball compared to his hand.
Bro,
Look at him.
makes it look like a tennis ball.
Look at him.
Here comes Sports X down the ice. Loses the puck over to HVET. HVET's got the puck. Offside is the call.
Cars on cars.com.
What's wrong with this one?
I just got promoted, so I'm looking for something more. Ciao.
Ciao.
2 million cars.
That's it.
That is precision. If you guys are enjoying the series,
All right, here comes boys.
for that 94. Oh my god, that's horrible. I mean, dude, let me just go for some pinches. I'm gonna switch to F1.
Okay, you stop before the orange line.
Here comes Choco Brown, who's on defense tonight.
16.
Over to Hughes. Hughes with the puck.
Sure. The only down part about this try is take
Shot on goal. Big block by Dom Silva. He's got the puck now. He's in the race with it now.
You got this.
Up the right side.
16 on the dot.
Shot on goal.
There we go.
Oh, big puck. Big hit there. Hit the post.
Great kickoff, so that's gonna make my setup a little bit easier. Yeah, 16 again. 18. Okay, yeah. 16 again. Okay, I played it safe that time. That's got to be 15 or 14. Yep.
And we got a winner. It's Walrussy. Caldane in the chat. Look at that guy. Caldane hasn't been here in quite some time.
I might just get a lot of repeat pinches, even if I get a really fast one.
What is good, Cal? Good to see you, man. Playoff hockey, let's go. I was wearing my Arc Raider shirt the other night. It was my goop shirt, but not tonight.
This is gonna be hard. 1-0.
All about that goop. All right, so the Walrussy in overtime. We got a shot from the point, a little setup pass. Look at the lane. Look at the clear lane he's got. The defensemen are out towards the center. I'm always around. Been busy 2 months. I feel it, man. I feel it. Yeah, been doing all right, man. Doing all right here on my end. Still doing my thing here. The TikTok's doing pretty good. Been some growth, which is kind of nice. I'm a little surprised, but it's been nice. But doing our thing here. Oh, that must be the guy you were wrestling in your game. The big guy.
Oh yeah. That looks like him.
Yeah, everything's going good. I can't complain. Everything's going well. 2 through 9, still strong. Wrestling. All right, so Walrussy will take game 1. We got 4 games tonight. Hopefully we won't have 900 overtime periods with a 4-game night. That means or lagouts. Yeah, we're not looking to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning. But that was a pretty good game 1, 3-2 in overtime. Can't ask for much more than that. A very close game, good goaltending battle, but just enough scoring to keep it interesting.
Cody. Oh, is this helmet so?
Yeah, I just threw something on. Was going to message a few times. Oh yeah, I'm down to play Arc Raiders. I get frustrated with that game because it's a fun game. I love Arc, but I play by myself, and it's hard to find. You know, when the games that I do get goop, I get wrecked. The rats, man, the rats. Rattlelay's in the house. Nah, dude, I'll play Arc Raiders with you guys sometime. That's a good game. I do enjoy Arc. I play it by myself most of the time, so the fun is limited. But I'll definitely play. If you're playing with Bearded and them guys, I'll definitely play. All right, game 2 is underway in a moment, and Winter Time hooking us up with a sandwich in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I like it better than going with randoms in a group. I'd rather go solo than in a group of randoms because I can control my own path, my own destiny. You know, I don't have to really babysit randoms. I can kind of do my thing, plot my path, and do my thing. Obviously, the bad part is nobody will revive you, but so be it. Goop. He's got the goop duck. It's all about that goop. All right, game number 2, Axolotl and Walrussy. Walrussy leading 1-0. All right, here we go. Goop. That's a big dude. What emote is that from? Whose is that from? That is really good. Where'd that duck come from? I can't find it on my list here. From Clutch Jackson, the Hairpin Bandit. Oh, okay.
See, it's still my hairpins.
All right, my bad. I didn't realize. Okay, because I got to be able to get some of these goop things. Got to be able to get some of these goop emotes. And oh, shot on goal. Sweeney with the save. Wintertime getting that goop. All right, here comes Machines. Over to Scary Terry left side. He's popped. Scary Terry, I'm trying to check the stats here on game number 1.
I didn't recognize myself anymore. I've hit rock bottom. Wait a minute. If I've hit rock bottom, there's no...
Heck is wrong with Becky Lynch there? Sorry, I was watching. I have some old wrestling thing on here, and it's like, the heck? All right, let's take a look at the. I'm going to take a look at the stats here from game number 1. We got here Googles with the first star, Sports X with the second star, Scary Terry third, Sandos Sparks with 3 points, Sports X with 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime. Googles with 15 saves on 17 shots, 88.2 save percentage. And a goal to start things off here. Oh, Enterprise. All right, so we got to go. Walrussy opens up scoring here first. Kind of the, Scary Terry, 1 goal, 1 assist. HVAT, no points in that last game. Cool Steve with 2 assists. Sweeney, 14 shots, 11 saves in that one. So decent goaltending battle there. The scoring was relatively well spread out in a 3-2 game. All right, here comes Walrussy from the point, loses it. Almost took a shot on his own goaltender, by the way. Here comes Hughes with the puck, left side to Sportsex. Back to the point, shot, saves. All right, face off in the Axolotl zone now, with Walrussy up 1-0. Shot on goal, and Sweeney makes the big saves.
I don't care what my eyes are. The only position I'm sure about is that this is 100% not going anywhere.
I'll just throw punches her. Wait, 1 second. All right, 8 minutes left. Shot on goal. Here comes a hit. You're off with the puck. Going out of the zone. Here comes Scary Terry trying to get it. Can't beat Choco Brown, though.
Who do you think it's
Becky Lynch.
the man?
All right, Scary Terry with the puck. I'll be backing out here for after the first period. I'll be right back for the second period. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Appreciate y'all. And you'll be seeing me doing some things like grounded streams and probably see me get back into Arc Raiders. It's been a while. I'm not going to be doing no COD streams. Only so much time in the week. And it's going to be mostly 2-3. Now, I guess once the season's over, I'm going to have a little more time, but we'll see. Skate stream, yeah. Probably going to be during the off season. Like I said, we do 2, 3, 9, 4 nights a week. There's always so much weekend. Subnautica. I miss doing those. Those are fun. Got a lot of engagement during those. Subnautica, that was... Dude, I couldn't tell you the last time I played Flight Sim. Flights, yeah, dude. Although, speaking of Flight Sim, it's weird because not that long ago, and I'm a big drone guy, and with doing social media, I had to get this. I had to get my drone it's called a drone pilot license from the FAA. I finally learned what all those stupid little circles meant on Microsoft Flight Simulator, the screens, the old, all the airspace classifications. I finally had to study for that, and I passed. I aced it. So I got that. But I finally learned a little bit more about what those little symbols mean on those screens. So when I play that game, I'll be like, what is all this? And then I was like, oh, that's what that is. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so what reason why is in order to fly commercially with those things, you have to have a certain license through the FAA. So I studied for it, got it.
Federal Aviation Association.
Yep. Our Federal Aviation Agency, I think. It's called a Part 107. It's a commercial remote drone pilot's license. So I got that, scored 88 on it, which is good. Not an easy test, especially if you don't have an aviation background. But it allowed me to do things commercially should I choose to, especially with social media. If I ever do monetize, you kind of have to. So figure might as well just get it.
It seems easy. It seems easy.
What?
It's us.
Nah. All airspace classifications and a lot to learn. But learning's fun. I enjoy it. All right. Give me 1 minute or a couple. I'll be right back. Say cheese. No, thank you, Caldane. I appreciate it, buddy. Also, what there's all the airspace classifications. Lets me fly in different places that a lot of other people cannot. Like I said, most of what I do on social media, especially with TikTok, is commercial in nature, so you need that license. So it was good. It's good to have peace of mind if doing everything legally, which is the way I like to do things.
Oh wow, that was really close. Let's see.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so I've started boosting at the front of that boost pad.
Wait, for real or in flight sim? Because I haven't played flight sim in ages.
That
How is it?
should be 69 in theory.
How's the sandwich?
Good.
Good.
All you know is just
Oh, for real? I have PPG Paints Arena planned here for. I want to get down there maybe in the next week or so.
During the 20s that actually have.
I've done a bunch of Acrisure
Yeah, I just do it. I just do it.
during the day and at night, or like afternoon and night. Now those turn out really well. PNC, I did PNC Park a couple times, a daytime and a night. I did a nighttime when they did the Mazeroski tribute.
Stage 8.
Stage 8 doesn't get really lit up at night.
And I don't want this to be time.
I did the Citizens Live at the Wiley a couple times. It's a new venue they're building, so I did it when it first was construction, and now I did it when it was like partway done. It's almost done, I think. Maybe I'll go out there some weekend and hit it up again.
What? I just got it.
I would love to do all the arenas for sure in the NHL. That'd be sick. But no, the TikTok especially has a pretty good following so far. So people enjoy it, and that's what matters. It's awesome. People like it. There's a lot of engagement. People are just liking it. So like, cool. You know, keep going. Yeah. So Caldan, that crossed my mind. I had a challenge idea, but I just don't know how long they would take me. So there are roughly 400 bridges in the Pittsburgh area.
But I'll get a good base.
There's obviously the big ones, but there's small ones that are technically bridges. I was looking to do a challenge where I hit up every single bridge in the Pittsburgh area, but that's going to take a while. An HVAC with the goal. No, but you are right. I do have a handful of bridges done already that I did, and it got really good reception. But to do all of them, it's possible. I mean, all of them.
We absolutely love that.
400 bridges in 365 days. That could be the title.
I'll be happy if I can get 3 more pinches up.
No. I like the challenge. I like the good challenge. No, that did cross my mind, Caldane. Every bridge in Pittsburgh would be an amazing challenge, and I think it would be received very well. Phil Dawson. James Conner. Mark Rippon, I remember him. Pat McAfee, of course. Jerome Bettis. Holy crap. Oh, you know what would be really easy to do? That's a pretty good draft list, or good announcer list. Tony Dorsett, former pick guy. You know what would be a really good one? At the very least, all the major bridges, like the main ones, the yellow ones you see in the pictures. But the 400 ones, those include like little dinky ones that you don't even really know are bridges. So it wouldn't be very interesting. I'd say maybe the major bridges. Let me see. Let's do this. How many bridges? I just typed in how many BRs is how many bridges in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh officially recognized having 446 bridges within city limits. Yeah, see, Allegheny County, 518 bridges. Wait, how's that even? Mathin.
You kind of only can ground pitch.
Yeah, these are the bridges I've captured already. 36th Street Bridge, and one of these is the Clemente Bridge.
Clean. That could be 160 maybe. 161? Oh, I need 161.
No, but it's a good idea. I do plan on hitting at least as many bridges as I can, but also structures, places, things, places of interest, points of interest.
I'm going to have opportunities.
I do all the Tilted Towers. All the buildings will be nice. I've got a couple of the key buildings. PPG Place, the UPMC Steel Tower, the Highmark Building. I mean, Pittsburgh's got a lot to see, that's for sure. A lot of cool stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing so good right now. With only a minute and a half.
If it's allowed, and I don't know that it will be, I might take some shots of Picklesburg when it comes in July. If it's allowed, I don't know that it is. I don't know that it's. I got one of a church in the Hill District, which is pretty spooky. All of that on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and even Facebook. Shameless plug. Oh, scores! Is that called off or not? Nope. I thought it was a little bit of interference, but Stando Sparks, consistent, buries it. Goal, Walrussy. Caldan on the chat. So on another note, is NHL 26 that much better than 25? NHL 26 just dropped on Game Pass a week ago. Oh, it did? I did not even know that. I was looking to play it because I was not going to buy it. I don't buy it because it's basically a roster update. You guys in the chat to play it, can you confirm that it's better or worse? I haven't played 26 yet, but I'm going to download it as soon as I can.
I have 22 KPH.
All right, Walrussy leading 3-2, which was the result of the last game. 3-2 victory. We'll see if Axolotl can turn things around.
You can choose how many of your KPHs.
Yeah, anybody who's played 26.
Previously on the KPH rank.
Yeah, the hockey games. Oh, goal.
I've seen a lot.
Walrussy. We got a hat trick. I think that's Sando. Sando Sparks.
124.
Yeah, Sando's been the man for this team.
Has the KPH master just blessed me with all the good luck in the world today?
Yeah, I'm going to download it maybe tomorrow.
10 minutes in though today, and I haven't got a good ground pinch yet. I am getting really lucky, just hitting some of the other KPHs. But
I'm still stuck with NHL 23. That's because you're on PlayStation. You got to get on that Xbox grind.
I want to win this series today.
You got to get on that Game Pass.
I mean, I still do need the 200 KPH, so that's not ideal. But if I do want to even get close to winning this series today, I'm gonna need to hit a lot of.
Yeah, my anticipation, Caldana, that 26 ain't that much different than 25. Visually, I see these games every year. They don't look different. There's not much, maybe there's some control nuances that are better or worse in this game.
132. Okay, we're getting close.
It's just new players. It's like you don't even play the online. You just play it like this.
Yeah, it's basically just like a roster update in my mind. That's why I won't buy the game. I'll just wait till it comes out on Game Pass, or if D-Mart ever gets on his game and hooks me up with a free code.
And then I do that. When the goal is open, I do that.
He was supposed to hook me up with the UFC. He hasn't yet.
Already got 90. 121.
Caldane
The 120.
says, yeah, but NHL 23 was free giveaway for PS Plus 1. Oh, was it? Okay.
115.
Well, if it's a free giveaway, why not? I mean, especially if you don't really care. Like 23, who cares, right? Don't matter. Hockey's hockey.
Dude, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, man.
I don't even think 23 is that much different than 26, probably.
So, go to ceiling and then air dribble the ball down into the rim.
Been about 5 years since at least looked different.
That's the form. I just missed, but it's the form. It's down. I got it.
And a goal.
And Musty are struggling to hit the fast KPHs today.
I need to lock in. Pitches aren't looking amazing. 126. I mean, 11 off. I just I'm looking for.
Bianca Blair just beating the crap out of them. And that's going to be Sando Sparks. Or long hair. Gonna whip rid of them. Wow.
I just want to get at least some.
Fourth goal for Sando Sparks in this very pivotal game, and it is 5-2 for Walrussy. Looking like they might take this here.
Once the clock hits 30 minutes,
With 4 games tonight, and the way Walrussy, if Walrussy can keep it up, we might have our finalists for the cup. Who knows? Axolotl got to turn it around.
I'm changing my strategy. I lost.
Yeah, me too, Caldane.
Under 120.
I miss the old PC games for NHL. That was a long time ago. I want to say NHL 98 or 2002 might have been the last one. Let me look that up, actually. I'm going to look that up real quick.
All the way till the 8.
Bear with me.
I lost almost all of it. Okay, that was 111. So I'm hoping to either get the 116 or the 120 here. And here's how I do it. I have a fast-moving ball, first of all. Like this.
Or
I'll
not.
get to the very last second and backflip.
The last natively released EA Sports NHL game was NHL 09. Okay.
And that's either the 116 or the 120. 119. Okay, I'll do that again. If Wes gambled, let's say 20, maybe he has no pinches left.
All right, Axolotl with a crucial goal. There's Scary Terry. Gobble, gobble, my boy. Gets the goal. Keeps hope alive.
Let's see what that is.
Yeah, dude, you get all the cool mods for it. Man, that was back in the day. I was part of a group that modded OHL into NHL 2004. Oh man, before they even thought of it. Ice crowds, rosters, jerseys. Oh, dude, that's sick.
Hit a 126.
That is sick.
Possible. I slammed that.
I wonder what. I'm reading some Reddit posts are coming up that are saying that the series was dropped on PC because of poor sales. Like nobody really played the game on PC, which is a shame. I think with the modding it would be so much better.
37. That's literally the one that I just hit a second ago. Nice. I need to be air.
You can make basically anything.
105. Oh, I need 106. 6, so, you know, it wasn't far off that.
Yeah, the modding was legit back in the day. Scores! Walrussy.
I mean, like, I'm to the point now where really slow ones like that, I can just skip and not even look at the speed because, like, I know there's just absolutely no shot that's ever going to be anything. But on the other hand, this.
Yeah, at the time it wasn't no player. They said it was too much piracy, but consoles had all the cheaters. Right.
I'll take it.
Yeah. EA's like, no, too much cheating and hacking, even though it was all the cheaters were on the consoles.
91. This was the shot I was supposed to hit.
Goal! Walrussy, and they're going to walk away with this one. It's going to be 2 games to 0.
I need the 91. I just want to hit it. 80. I'm so far off. Okay, 91. I feel like that was high, but that was softer.
Wintertime, and that's 7-3. This got out of hand real fast.
Yesterday, I would.
All right, 2-0 series lead for Walrussy. Big beating there. Sandos Sparks with like 900 goals.
Isn't there no college or hockey?
There's a bunch of colleges that have hockey teams. Oh, you mean the video game?
Yeah.
No, there's never been and has there? I don't think there's ever been a college hockey or represented in games. It's always been minor leagues, if anything.
I think if I boost into it, only it's 81 or 83, so if I suck around there, it's 75? I don't quite remember. 80.
Man.
Okay, I stopped like halfway between the two little lines, the 18 and 16.
I also hate the way the game. Wait, what did you say?
Okay.
What did Wintertime say? We need NCAA D1 teams in NHL 28. We do, but they'll never put it in there.
Okay, if I drive.
I also hate the way the game looks while in a play now game. We need to have things from NHL 18. Oh god, that's going back a ways. At this point, they should have a complete editor in these games, which is why they should release on PC so we can have that.
So that gives me a good base point. That gives me a good little vantage point. I'm recovering a lot of these quickly. This is good. I'm just guessing. I boosted, but
What's stopping them from releasing on PC?
Poor sales. That's what they used to be on PC. It just, they saw the consoles were mostly where people would buy. Because back when hockey was on the PC, we're talking 2004, 2005-ish, there were not a lot of PC players except for the hardcore Counter-Strike first-person shooter Warcraft gamers. Most gamers were on consoles. And it just didn't sell. Like hockey, out of all the sports game, hockey does the worst. Like EA Sports, it's FIFA #1, then Madden, and actually maybe nowadays college football. It'll be college football, Madden, and then hockey's down there. Hockey's like the redheaded stepchild for EA Sports. So not only does it sell the least on consoles, it does even poorer on PC. And it's just not worth it to develop on there. If they're not going to sell the game, they're not going to develop it. It just wastes too much money, too much resources. So that's why they kind of scrapped it. There is no reason they don't have the editors. I believe FIFA has, like I said, FIFA is the favorite child. NHL is like the redheaded stepchild.
I think college football is the favorite child.
Well, no, FIFA's still #1, and you could either put Madden or college #2. So, but yeah, NHL is always it's kind of like the runt. I miss the NBCSN from the NHL games. Now it's a stupid bar at the bottom. I'd have missed that too. I don't really care too much about that. I always had NHL, MLB. EA Triple Play, I remember that, on PC and Madden on console. I had an old football. It wasn't Madden. It was some. I think it was called Barry Sanders Football, and you could edit anything you wanted. Game was actually pretty cool for its time. Getting sick and tired of James Cebulski's stupid voice. Yeah, me too, dude. It's kind of annoying. All right. Triple Play Baseball was the homeless cousin for EA. Such a waste. What was there was a baseball game I used to love back on. Might have been GameCube. It was the first one. Like the memory card wouldn't fit it all. You had to buy a special one that had all the space on it. What was it? 2K baseball? You sure? Okay, you might be right. Hold on. Yeah, that looks like it was. Yeah, it might have been 2K or 2K11. I can't remember the cover athlete. It was on the GameCube, and you couldn't. When the game came out, it needed more memory blocks than the modern GameCube memory cards could hold. So you had to wait like 6 months. This third-party company made this memory card that was big enough to hold this game. So all you could play was Exhibition until, like, there was literally no way to save the game. It was so weird. Yeah, like, memory cards held 56 bytes or blocks. The game was like 128, and there was no cards available at the time that could hold that. And then, like I said, this third-party company, I think Nintendo was supposed to come out with one, but they were taking too long, so this company came out and made a card that held, 256 blocks of memory. Sounds like third-party Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo had, that was, I don't know if you remember that. I remember that. I bought this baseball game. I was so excited to play it. The franchise mode, you could let me add to that. It was a franchise mode you couldn't save. You could play Exhibition. You could do the playoff. Like it was one where it just drops you in the playoff. You make your own bracket. You play, which I like playing the season. Well, I was excited because it was the first franchise mode in any baseball game at the time. But it was so huge that it needed more memory than Nintendo cards had at the time. But Nintendo had this plan to eventually make these cards, but they released this game first. Or 2K Sports, whatever, 389 Sports, whatever they were called, released the game, hoping that there would be a memory card big enough. But Nintendo was like, we'll get to it eventually. Well, they did, like a year later, but this other company came out with a memory card. It's like, hey, here we go. When I played GameCube, and I had a GameCube, most of my accessories were third party because A, they were cheaper, and B, they worked just fine. I was a kid at the time, so I was working, not making much. Of course, I was going to go with a third party if it cost less. Gaming it still is, in a way, cost prohibitive. Like I said, when you're a young guy and, you don't have much money, you're going for the cheapest stuff you can get. Well, cheaper the third-party memory cards, third-party controllers, sounds like they haven't learned from that with the new storage cards for Switch 2 that no sells. To be, Nintendo, if it wasn't for their A-list franchise, if it wasn't for their big franchise, if it wasn't for the Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, there would be no Nintendo. There shouldn't be Nintendo. Nintendo is a dog crap company when it comes to marketing strategy and just like they're always behind decades on the online thing. Do they still use friend codes? Like their online is always decades behind. I don't know. Nintendo, like I said, if it wasn't for their big hitters, their Marios, Zeldas, they wouldn't be anything. Like if I had a choice between playing, let's say, WWE 2K26 on a Switch or on anything else, I'll pick anything else. The only reason I would even consider getting a Switch 2 is for, Pokemon or Zelda. That's it. And even that's not enough for me to get a Switch console. You want to compare online, you want to compare storage, you want to compare accessories. Nintendo kind of loses in those regards. Winter time in the chat. I do remember when Snoop Dogg would come in. Dude, and that was weird. That was so unnecessary when they put Snoop Dogg in NHL 20. That was kind of stupid. All right. First period. I kind of went off on a tangent here, but that's what the show is about. It's we'll call the game. The game's right there. We'll watch it. We'll call it. We'll enjoy it. But it's a great conversation piece. I think it's a great discussion. I think it's relevant. We're gamers here. We're all gamers, hockey gamers. And that's not to say I didn't like the GameCube or Nintendo. I've owned. I do miss Jim Houston in the old games. Do you remember Jim Davidson? What's his name? Jim Davidson or Paul Davidson? Did a lot of the old NHL games as well.
Roman Reigns, the longest reigning Universal Champion ever.
John Davidson, that's right. He was in like NHL. Oh geez, what was the game I really liked? In '97, I think it was. Oh, did he play for the Rangers? Okay. I still remember the intro, and it'd be like the real life John Davidson. It was just like a camera shot, like a recorded stuff of him. Tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Montreal Canadiens, and it was like, we used to think it was so mind blowing. Like, oh my God, it's really him. It's a actual video of him talking. It was like, it was all predetermined, video clips, but it was just like so mind blowing at the time. Ed Olczyk in the two. I remember, yeah, Eddie Olczyk.
Cedric, stop! Stop it, man. Keep trying to get back in my good graces. You've been given multiple opportunities and you never get the job done. Accept it. The hurt business is done. It's over and it will never, ever come back. Us being associates.
Yeah, I remember Eddie Olczyk. Big goal there. Oh, we got a goal. It's going to be, who is this guy? He just fell on his, bro just fell on his backside, my guy. All right, Mr. Faber there, the right defenseman with the goal. You know what I have a desire to play? NHL 94. I have a desire to play that.
Explain my actions. The almighty Bobby Lashley is force of nature. See, all I did was help the almighty remember what he was capable of doing. But somewhere along the way, he forgot about who helped him get back on that path. When I'm up for Hall of Fame, I'll win 2 times for what I've done in my career. Make it 2 champ twice. Needed me to rescue you from your blonde ex-wife. Welcome. That added 10 years to your shelf life. Later in with the hurt business, and you distance yourself. Another shelter of a prime body. You did have help. For almighty, this is the last hand that you'll get dealt. Let's go down memory lane, Bobby. Fasten your seatbelt. Easy young champ, yeah, that was a joke. As far as classic brands go, that was like new coke. A 273-pound pushover.
Apparently the song Double Vision by Foreigner was inspired by John Davidson. Oh, really? Are you serious? Are you just... And then NHL 97, when it was John Davidson, that was a game that had the first person camera. Davidson was shaken up by the puck when it hit a mask. And as Jim Gordon and Bill Chadwick said, Davidson was suffering from double vision. Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right, here comes Axolotl in the dark jerseys. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. I like knowing. Knowing is good. Ooh, Hulk Hogan documentary comes out tomorrow. Let's go. Can't wait to watch that. I was a big Hulk Hogan fan back in the day. I had some wrestling on TV.
He's great though. The last guy I was seeing was really. He's great though. The last.
Royal Rumble Vault. What do we got here? We got some pure gold on Netflix, guys. Oh my god, look how far back this goes. Let's see, when did I stop watching? I guess somewhere around here. Netflix has the 1988 Royal Rumble. Let's put that on the background.
.com has all kinds of stays because some love a rustic cabin. Others feel differently.
Yeah, in the 80s he was wrestling. No, yeah, he was a humongous. Yeah, he was kind of a piece of crap as a person, from what I'm read and heard about. You know, with the whole racist stuff, and apparently he's like a crap human being. But yeah, he was. There would be no wrestling if it wasn't for Hogan.
It's easier than talking yourself out of it.
Yeah, I just put on the Royal Rumble 1988. That's when I was huge, and my first time in wrestling, watching wrestling, I was big on that. All right, Sports X with the whole, what a goal. Walrussy with another one. Sports X from Urov and Chaco Brown. My God, this wrestling from 1988 is glorious. This is my time. And a goal here. Goal for Walrussy. Walrussy, it's Gandalf who's been solid this whole season. Gandalf keeps it going, man. Kaldane, as big as those other stars were. WrestleMania 2, Hogan versus Andre. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the infamous body slam Hogan versus Andre the Giant in Detroit in 1980. I forget what, 1983 or 4. Super Bowl 2. WrestleMania 2. Yeah, the Attitude Era was my favorite. Attitude Era was peak wrestling. Nothing will ever come close to the Attitude Era. Yeah, The Undertaker, Stone Cold. I was a big Chris Jericho fan. Yeah, Attitude was peak. I was kind of older at the time. I was like late teens and then into my early 20s for as long as the Attitude Era lasted. I remember going to my buddy Kyle was a huge wrestling fan. He would get. This was back during the pay-per-view days. You had to get that box. You had to buy each pay-per-view separately. Now it's like you can get on Peacock or whatever. Scores! Goal! Axolotl. There's HVET. Jericho, Christian and Edge, Gangrel, Lance Storm, all the guys. And then during the Monday Night Wars of WCW, and then when they took over ECW. Oh, Lita was she was a great athlete. Yeah, that's when women's wrestling really started to take form during the Attitude Era. Because back in the 80s, and I'm watching right now, and they just announced some women's matches. And it just wasn't. Women's wrestling was really an afterthought back then. But during the Attitude Era, they really took off. And there were some really good women wrestlers: Lita, Trish Stratus, Ivory, Molly Holly, Sunny. Deborah, who whenever she was more of a manager, but a good female presence. China, of course, yeah, China. All right, face off in the Walrussy zone. Walrussy is up 3-1 here late in the second period. Here comes the Axolotl with the puck now. Triple H, I always joke with Cobb Dunn. I was telling him about Triple H back in the day, how Triple H was the biggest bleeder ever. Like, he would wake up, Triple H would wake up and he would just bleed. Like, any match that had Triple H, there was guaranteed to be blood. All right, here comes the puck going down the ice with only 53 seconds left in the second period. I got Ravishing Rick Rude on the TV now. Oh my God. Shot scores. Axolotl gets one back. It's Dom Silva. But what you were watching was great too. Ricky Steamboat, Iron Sheik, Jake the Snake was one of my favorites back in the day. Lanny Poffo, the genius, British Bulldogs, dude, honky tonk man. I went to WrestleMania 6 in Toronto back in 1990. It was Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior was the main event. And it was like Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Orient Express. Oh geez, I forgot the other matches. Haku versus somebody. Let me look at the WrestleMania 6 match card. We'll show you what I'm looking at here. Yes. April 1st, 1990 in Toronto at the Skydome. All right, Paul Roma defeated the Brooklyn Brawler. I don't remember that match at all. Rick Martel versus Coco Beware. I only remember vaguely. Oh, Andre the Giant Haku taking on Demolition. That's right. Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Mr. Perfect. Don't remember that one. Roddy Piper versus Bad News Brown. Yeah, I remember that. Bad News Brown was a good heel. He was a good worker. Like, he was good. The Hart Foundation defeating the Bolsheviks. I vaguely remember that. Barbarian, Tito Santana. Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire versus Macho King and Queen Sherry. I do remember that. This is the match. Orient Express took on the Rockers. Oh, wait. The Rockers. Jim Duggan defeating Bravo. Ted DiBiase versus Jake the Snake. Big Boss Man Akeem. Ravishing Rick Rude, Jimmy Snuka. I remember this one. And the big one, Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. I was a big Hogan fan, so I was upset when Hogan lost. Coco Beware. All right. Here comes shot on goal. Oh, Axolotl almost had one there.
He's gonna sweat. It's important to hold that fire.
Yeah, I had Dino Bravo, his manager Frenchie was just talking French. Dino Bravo, the French Canadian. Yeah, they're doing the lifting thing, the lifting competition.
115. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I anxiously.
What a tragedy what happened to Dino Bravo, too, by the way, when he got shot like a million times.
World bench press mark. And remember, Jesse the Body Ventura will be the spot. Wait a minute. What now?
I want you to know, Dean Gene, that this requires total concentration. So I would demand to everybody here to not make a sound when I do this.
Well, if I understand, you know,
All right, here comes the puck now.
gentlemen here tonight,
Over to Walrussy.
he is asking you for total
In front, shot on goal might have been blocked.
respect and discretion.
The end of some of these stressors was tragic. Oh, I know, dude. I was going through a rabbit hole. I came through a YouTube video that detailed the deaths of certain wrestlers, notable wrestler deaths. Dude, there were so many. Some of it is, the Dino Bravo one's probably the darkest. Like, you remember what happened? He was shot, he was found dead. He was shot a bunch of times. I guess it was possibly like hitmen, like mafia members. I guess he was involved in something. And I guess they put a hit on him and they shot him while he was sitting in his chair watching a hockey game, which is probably the most Canadian thing ever. But horrible tragedy. Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, killed himself. There was a bunch of people that ended their life as far as wrestlers. And then, the heart failure was a big one with a lot of these guys.
Incredible jump, 90 pounds. Okay, they are securing the weight.
All right, here comes Walrussy now.
Jesse Ventura again spotting for Dino Bravo as he attempts to establish a new 505. This is
Shot on goal, big save.
off the record.
And here comes Axolotl the other way. Shot on goal, what a ripper, big save there.
For some complete silence, complete and total silence. Jesse Ventura right now getting on Vince McMahon.
All right, here comes Axolotl now. All right, here comes Walrussy now in the zone. Oh my God! Yeah, sorry, my bad. The Chris Benoit was probably the darkest. Yeah, I can't even believe I didn't think of that. Yeah, what a weird story that was.
As Dino Bravo
Yeah, a lot of innocent. His wife and his child. Man, that's so messed up. That's still crazy.
Dino Bravo working with spotter Jesse.
What a dark story, man.
Adding additional weight to the bar.
The Owen Hart tragedy was pretty big too. Back, what was that, like 99?
Television audience live. Okay, gentlemen, how much weight?
Yeah, there was. I think they still haven't solved that murder.
Remember again, ladies and gentlemen, Dino Bravo requesting total silence so he can concentrate.
All right, here we go. Shots on goal, 22-20 in favor of Axolotl. All right, coming in the zone now, and hit off the puck.
That it is centered properly.
All right, here come the boys from the center, right side. Sando.
Dino Bravo obviously very upset. This destroys concentration.
All right, here we go with only 3:13 left in the game. Walrussy is holding on to a 3-2 lead.
Now, to share respect, the wishes of both Dino Bravo and Jesse, the body Ventura.
All right, shot on goal. We're going to have a whistle blown here. Looks like they're going to call a timeout. Kind of give these guys a little bit of a A little bit of a rest.
Oh my! Absolutely incredible. How much was that? 555 pounds.
A Mean Gene AITTS would be amazing. Oh my god. Dude, I would love that. Mean Gene was awesome back in his heyday. Yeah, Mean Gene, or even like a Bobby the Brain Heenan. Because he had a good persona, good mic presence.
All right. Less noise. One way to regraduating to.
All right, here comes Walrussy. Loses the puck, and they're going to get back, play defense.
More chalk being put on the board. Saying to lift off this break. 595. 595 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. That is a mere 110 pounds off.
All right, here comes Axolotl now. 37 seconds to go. Here we go. Big interception. Caldane. All right, I'm going to play Arc Raiders. Nice. Great seeing you. Thank you. Great seeing you too, Caldane. Thank you for stopping in. Hit me up maybe this weekend if possible. You know what? There's no 239 tomorrow. If I'm around, you care if I join you tomorrow night? Hit me up. Hit me up in the Discord. We'll talk. I don't want to keep you. Arc Raiders, man, it's a fun game. I could probably be around tomorrow. Saturdays, okay. Saturdays would work. Let's do it sometime. Enjoy Arc. If you're streaming, I'll pop in. And it's gonna be Walrussy up 3-0 after that win. GG's Caldane. Thank you for being here, my man. That was Caldane, everybody. Go follow him. Let's do that. Let's do that. I haven't done that in a little while. Arc Raiders. If you, I know you guys here in 239 love your Arc Raiders. We have a lot of guys that like Arc Raiders. So go ahead, give him a check out. Check him out. Loves that Arc Raiders. All right, I'm gonna grab a beverage. We'll look at the stats after. Be right back. All right. Here we go. Game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Walrussy up 3-0. I said I don't think there'd be any sweeps tonight, but man, they've been playing really good tonight.
For all the visitors at the door. Hey, what you doing? Jumping in to save the day. The baby on the move and the guy who just can't stay. An accident when you're gone. A project that's been neglected. The package that's going to sit all day. If it matters, it's protected. A siren when you need it, or things completely unscripted. Your footage is always yours, because every moment's encrypted. The fire that's getting closer. The break-in prevented. Whatever it is, you have Ring, you can be sure that it's protected.
All right, here we go.
Ring.com.
I was really looking forward to this tag team matchup. Introducing first to my right, the manager, the pump of the South, Jimmy Hart. Oh, hey, they don't like him here in Canada. You are the World Wrestling Federation Women's Tag Team Champions at a total combined weight of 2.
All righty, here we go. 8 minutes left in the first period. All right, here come the boys. All right, Mr. Faber. Another big goal for this guy. He had one last game, too. Little shot there from the side. Sneaks in somehow. And goes in. 2-0 Walrussy. My God, guys. We might not need Thursday night for this series. Walrussy just looking tremendous here. Obviously, game 1 a lot closer. But, oh, my God. First 2 games were kind of pretty close. The third game was that absolute 7-2 beatdown. But right now, up 2-0 in this game to start things off.
Listen, I'm only telling you the way it looked. It looked as though you helped him a bit. First of all, a person of your stature knows nothing about weightlifting. Nothing. So therefore, you do not know what constitutes a legal lift in the first place. Well, I know that when you put your hands around the bar, I did not touch the bar. You what? I did not touch the bar until it was extended. Then I grabbed it, put it back in the rack. Look at that! The big Power Angels trying to work with the Glamour Girl.
All right, here comes the puck around the boards. Big hit there. Here comes H-Fet. H-Fet for Axolotl. In front. Nice, beautiful pass by H-Fet. And that's going to be a goal. All right, makes it 2-1. H-Fet with the goal. All right, it's the end of the first period, and that's going to be 2-1 Walrussy in a series in which they lead 3-0. So things are getting a little worrisome for Axolotl. They're on their heels. This is an elimination game right here in the first night. And with the firepower that they have, the way they kind of, cruise by the first round, they've done well all season. A little surprised. As much as Walrussy is a good team, Axolotl is right up there with them. Just not their night. Now, if you're Axolotl, you just got to get this game in. You need this game. Then a turnaround on night 2, back on Thursday night. So, one period at a time. All right, here comes Axel. Walrussy in the white jerseys. Big shot on goal. Nothing doing there.
All 4 lady wrestlers in the ring at the same time. And road for both. Road has a couple figure 4 leg locks. Jimmy Hart. Really upset as well he should be. This could be a submission. This is 2 out of 3 falls. But she's got that figure 4 cinched on. The Angels, one of the great tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation, taking nothing away from the Glamour Girls. The Glamour Girls are the best. They're the champions. They're the best thus far.
All right, here comes Axolotl with the puck in the zone. It's Dom Silva back in the net here. Over to... Oh, big shot there. Nothing coming of it. Here comes a nice steal there by the Axolotls. Axolotl from the point. Center time. Loses the puck, and it's going to go all the way down. Sportsack's going to take it over. Over to Sandos. Sparks in front. Oh, huge. Nice save, Sweeney.
And if I haven't seen it, I know for sure you ain't. Haven't. Not seen. Reach for the tag, failed. Jumping Bomb Angels doing a very good job thus far of keeping Leilani Kai away from tagging her partner, Judy Martin. I know this is trivial, McMahon, but this is cable. I can say 8. Oh, that's the second time you've offended the youth of America.
All right, big goal here. HVET. The big guys are scoring. These guys need to come through. It's going to be up to them. HVET and Scary. All right, here comes Walrussy. It is 2-2 now. Big play. Here comes Walrussy with 13 minutes left in the second period. Dom Silva. Axolotl. Oh, almost snuck one through. All right, puck is stopped. We're going to get a penalty call here coming up. We're going to get a tripping call. Over to Porter Martone. All right, puck goes around. 10 minutes left in the second period. All right, here comes Walrussy. Pass in the zone over to Eurov. Sando's got the Sums got the puck.
I had someone else who told me that near the fire pit there's an outpost.
Shot on goal. Big save. 2-2.
Yes.
All right, here comes Axolotl's shot on goal. Glove save. All right, here comes the puck. 2:50 left in the second period. An Axolotl backhand shot. Can't get through. Here comes HVET trying to get something going here. Loses the puck. Sorry, it's right under me. HVET. Smart play. Interesting play by HVET there. Smart play. Just kind of let the defenseman quarterback and let them start the play. That was actually an interesting play. All right, here comes the puck now. All right, end of the second period. 2-2. Can Walrussy put this away tonight and wind up in the finals, or will Axolotl live to see another day, aka Thursday? Third period coming up. All right, third period. It is 8-7. Are the shots on goal in favor of Axolotl? All right, final period now. 20 minutes to go. We are possibly 20 minutes away from our first team to go through to the finals, unless Axolotl can take this one. All right, here comes Axolotl. Slowly getting the puck out. All All right, here comes Walrussy with the puck up the zone. Walrussy through the center ice, intercepted. Shot on goal, scores, Axolotl. Big goal. Kolpak YouTube looks like this. It looks like they switched out and got Kolpak in there on left wing. Try to mix things up, and he pays off in dividends right here with the go-ahead goal, 3-2. All right, right side of the screen with the puck. Here comes Axolotl losing the puck here now. Shot on goal, big save. Here comes Axolotl now. Murdered. All right, here comes Axolotl. Back to the point. All right, here comes Axolotl. Oh, we got a goal! JC Enterprise. Huge goal, makes it 3-3 now. Walrussy have tied things up. All right, here comes the other way now. 3-3, 11 minutes left in the game. And here comes Walrussy with the puck in the zone, trying to get something built up here, and they do. All right, shot on goal. Oh, nice diving save by the goalie. All right, here comes the puck. Face off in the Walrussy zone. All right, here comes Walrussy with the puck now. Shot on goal, rebound, no rebound. All right, face off in the Axolotl zone now. We'll see if anything comes from this. 7 minutes left in the game. Getting to that point where it's like do or die.
Here it is. I bet this is it.
All right, going the other way now. Here comes the turnover. All right, puck being shot from the point. Rebound. Oh, Axolotl is trying to take some cracks at it. All right, here comes Axolotl with a break now. Nope. All right, down below, behind the net of Axolotl. Here comes Axolotl now. Axolotl, only a minute left. Can they get one here? Scores! HVET was huge tonight, but they still have work to do. All right, now it's 4-3 for Axolotl. Here comes Axolotl with only 43 seconds to go. They got to hold on to this lead at this point.
Go back with your feet in time. Okay, well, at least I have it. So,
All right, face off in the Walrussy zone.
what the fuck is that?
Ooh, big play there. Here comes from the point, and he gets chased out of the zone. Regrouping then.
You know, fair enough.
And a goal for Sports X. Ladies and gentlemen, we're tied again.
You're welcome. No more
I feel
fees
like
and
now I
restaurant
want to
orders
go
over
for
50.
that.
All right, we are live in Cotton Coliseum here to perform this capacity crowd. Concerning thus far, we have had all kinds of World Wrestling Federation acts. Right now, ladies and gentlemen,
All right, we're going to have overtime. So Walrussy still has a chance to go through. Late minute heroics here. HVAC with the hat trick.
I always jump into that.
what a matchup. There was some controversy, Jesse, but in turn, I'd say a little bit more than
All right, ladies and gentlemen, overtime coming up.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because that was weird.
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Look at the size of the giant. I mean, Hogan is 6'8".
Andre is 7'5". The bell is gone. This one is officially underway. Look at the stain on the face of Andre.
What's Hogan saying to him, I wonder? What could Hogan possibly be saying to him?
Certainly like to be able to read lips at this point.
He's hulking up right now.
Shoved by Andre and the champion retaliates. Oh, big right hand blocked by the champion.
All right, who you guys got winning overtime?
Already almost got him up.
We're reviewing a play here.
1, 2. 2 count only.
Was that 2 or was that 3?
2 count only.
Ooh, that was close, Gorilla.
Shoulder was up.
Oh, was that close? Andre thinks he won it just like that. Hogan is hurt.
All right, here we go. Here comes the overtime period. It's do or die for Axolotl. They're down 3-0. If Walrussy wins, they're on to the next round, which is the Cup Finals. If Axolotl wins, we'll see these two teams back on Thursday, at least for one more game.
3 counts to simply place his hands on the mat to lift himself off and say only 2, or whether or not it was indeed a third count. That must have taken you a year to make that one up. Things have changed indeed since that auspicious occasion at
I
WrestleMania.
hate doing
We
that.
make reference now to $1 billion man Ted DiBiase.
You know, I don't
All right, face-off won by
I'm not gonna unless
Walrussy. And here comes Axolotl with it now.
it doesn't seem so bad. The noises it makes, like, it's nothing to feel like
I told you, I told everybody, I'm making an announcement next week.
the
I'm making
saddest
a public
noises.
announcement next week, man.
Like that.
The decision I make, the figures he quoted, the decision I make, whatever it is.
All right, here comes Axolotl with the puck. In the zone. Nice play. Couldn't quite keep it.
And myself, I'm gonna have to tell the $1 million man. Hell no! You Hogan.
All right, once those blown plays dead, gonna get a face-off out.
Get it right now, but I will get it. I get what I want. And I want the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title. I will buy the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title.
All right, here comes Walrussy
$1 million man, a very
with the puck now. Trying to find an outlet pass.
not have a price for the $1 million man, although certainly some individuals have had. And indeed, we make reference to one Andre the Giant. Andre certainly has a price. You have stated in the past that you would even have a price for the $1 million man. Most definitely. I mean, Hogan could have taken
All right, here comes
the retirement. Very, very
All right, here it comes. Oh, shot! Oh, hit the post.
Let's take you now to some videotape footage courtesy of Saturday night main event. Andre was the legal man
I feel like
outside the
most
ring,
snakes.
not in.
And a goal! It's a goal. Ow, big goal. Who wins that one, or who scored that one?
Another sour thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Axolotl, we'll see you Thursday. Huge goal there. I believe that was Kolpak with the overtime goal. HVAT with the hat trick. So we will see you guys on Thursday night.
He could have been a millionaire many times over instead.
All right. Listen, been a long day, so we're going to kind of wrap this up real quick. Poppin' Bottles will take on Chudweiser. Chudweiser is up 3-0 in that series. And in this series, when we saw tonight, 3-1 in favor of Walrussy going into night number 2. That'll be Thursday night. Both these games are going on. I will catch you guys then. Have a great night. Be good. I'll see you then. Peace.